Greetings, Japan fans. Today's show, we're going to talk about leading small. Baishu, arigatou gozaimasu. And welcome back to the 11th year of the Leadership Japan series. I'm your host in Tokyo, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and the three-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery, or in Japanese, Anata mo Prezen no Tachiden. My other books include Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Muda ni suru no wa yamimashou. And my just-released new book is Japan Leadership Mastery, and all are available on Amazon. This podcast brings insights, examples, and experience about leading in Japan. Trust me, it is different here. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We're not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on Apple Podcasts. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentation Japan series. Every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcaster Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Before I get into the show today, today's handy Japanese phrase is hotto shita, hotto shita, hotto shita. What a relief. Ah, thank God for that. Hotto shita, hotto shita. Ah, that's such a relief to hear that's going well, or that contract got signed. Hotto shita, hotto shita, hotto shita. This is episode number 589. Today we're talking about mastering leadership in small teams in Japan. Large organizations have many willing hands. Often the quality of the people employed is very high, and the firm has the deep pockets sufficient to attract and retain them. Leading smaller firms is more challenging. There is a large degree of multitasking going on as the workload gets spread across the troops. Everyone is busy, and that especially applies to the boss. Time is in short supply, so corners are cut, elements are skipped, and the quality of work produced can be an issue. The temptation is for the boss to concentrate on their meetings with their direct reports as individual one-on-one get-togethers. The time left over for regular meetings of the leadership team can be compromised quite easily. It is never blatant. The direct reports don't rise up and storm the barricades chanting, "Death to more meetings!" Instead, the scheduling process becomes the enemy of progress, as trying to get a number of busy people together, coordinate availability, can be the death knell of the meeting. The boss is usually the one with the worst schedule openings. You might have tried to circumvent the issue by not overscheduling the number or frequency of the meetings. Maybe they held fortnightly in the belief that getting everyone together will be easier. Often, though, this proves to be a false hope, and the something always comes up to ensure not everyone can make it. When you have a small leadership team, the point of the meeting becomes compromised. The purpose of the leadership team meetings altogether is to make sure information is being shared and that alignment of purpose and execution of the business is going on in an effective manner. I belong to Tokyo Rotary Club, and Rotary itself was founded to connect disparate industry representatives together so that we wouldn't be locked into our guilds and become insular. The leadership team meeting has the same objective, to get people together to talk and share what is going on in their sections with everyone else. It is so easy to become wrapped up in what you are doing and to forget to let others know what is going on with your area of responsibility. The boss has to drive this process, and this is where we meet the first big hurdle. The boss is always the busiest person and the one most often who cancels a meeting because their schedule changes so frequently. In a small company, the boss will not only be liaising with the mothership back home, leading the team locally, talking to their direct reports one-on-one, checking on the company finances, tracking the revenue achievement, and keeping a close eye on HR issues. They will also be dealing directly with clients. As we all know, that meeting with the client will take priority over a meeting of the section heads. Find out more when we come back from the break. Today's show is brought to you by our public courses, but we also do custom in-house programs. We do them in Japanese and we do them in English. We do them in our super safe classroom. We do them live online. The show today is being brought to you by, on the 13th of February, our Dale Carnegie course, 3-day version. 14th of February, Winning with Relationship Selling. 22nd and 23rd, High Impact Presentations. Our website is www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. So that's www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. You can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. So that's greg.story, STORY, @dalecarnegie.com. If you like learning by watching videos, then we have over 2,300 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show in Japan, every Monday, Tokyo time. Fridays, we have the Japan Business Mastery Show, and on Saturdays, we release Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders from SMEs right up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Now, every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television. Don't forget to grab my business best-selling books on Japan on Amazon. Japan Sales Mastery, which is Saegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery, or in Japanese, Anata mo Presen no Tachijin. My other books include Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Muri ni suru wa yamemashou, and my just released new book is Japan Leadership Mastery, and all are available on Amazon. Welcome back. Now, this is why the boss is the hardest one to pin down for the meeting. When the boss is also the scheduler and driver to hold the meeting, things drift very easily. Before you know it, the leadership team hasn't met for weeks. Time flies at the best of times. Unless this leadership team meeting is made a priority, then there will never be a regular cadence for the get-together of the section heads. It is always a good practice to look for a day and a time when things are less frantic. I know that for many of us, that would be a very good question. Just precisely when is it not frantic around here? Everything is relative. So look for a fortnightly cadence, which will give the meeting enough regularity to make it relevant without the time drifting too much. Next, pick a time of the day when it will work best. This might even be a bento lunch together, because lunch times are usually a less scheduled time during the day for most of us. Because of the morning rush hour phenomenon, breakfasts are a lot more complex to pull off. Getting the kids off to school, fighting for space on the train to get to work exhausts everyone too, so early is rarely good. Evenings are difficult too, because people want to get home. And they're tired after a hard day of work, so the collective brain power available is down. There is never an easy time to hold these meetings, but unless a strong will is enlisted, they just won't happen. Make them over lunch, make them every fortnight, and make them a high priority. Will this work perfectly every month? I severely doubt it, but at least the strike rate will improve and better coordination and team building will occur compared to the usual chaos. Thank you for joining the Leadership Japan series. If you found the program useful, then tell your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. You can contact me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Our website is www.dale-carnegie.com. carnegie.co.jp. Until the next episode, take what you thought valuable, put it into action, because idea application is what makes winners winners. So be one of them. Remember, I'm in your corner, your go-to guy for soft skills training in Tokyo, committed to your success here in Nippon.